the ability to transfer the knowledge we have to someone who doesn't have the base of knowledge or experience that we have is difficult.
Mm,
When you talk about the individuals who we have on the team, you know, they, you know, they essentially have reached the pinnacles of their careers in like kind of the marksmanship and tactical realms, specifically from
mm-hmm,
the long range precision fires piece. So there's a lot of common speak that we have. There's certain
mm-hmm.
lingos that we have. I know in some of our conversations you probably caught it, and you're like, What is he talking about? What does that acronym mean?"
Mm,
We talk in these, we talk in these circles sometimes, and my wife kind of keeps us grounded. Even during those videos, we'll say something, and she'll be like, "No, back, rewind it. We
mm,
can't. We have to like plain speak it. We
mm-hmm.
can't speak in, we can't, you guys can't speak in your secret lingo that no one knows what that means, or the person who's going to see this doesn't know what that means. You're just going to confuse them." And I'm
Mm.
like, we wouldn't have thought of that.
That's got to
Because
be
like
so vast being in the military too. I mean, it's got to be
a 100%.
a part of your
And the more you
language.
niche down, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can talk about like weapon safety rules, sure. Like most people know that. Those are pretty standard across the board, right? But when you start talking, especially when you start going to long range stuff, where you're starting to go into more of the science, the data, the math that goes behind a lot of that stuff, especially Phil, he's a good old boy from West Virginia, so he's got a little back end draw on him. So when he gets going, when he gets excited, he gets going, and sometimes you got to slow him down a little bit because he gets excited. But yeah, so that's a very valuable thing that and even to this day, as we go through stuff, having that critical eye of saying, okay, does this make sense? A good example is like last night. I appreciate the form you sent me, and I was kind of going through how we could kind of create our own thing, because
Mm,
our onboarding process basically starts with a pre-training assessment, which basically takes people's information in, kind of gives their like, okay, hey, this is what I'm about, this is what I've done, and now what we're kind of working towards is how can we streamline that even more, and then actually, like right now it's a PDF document that I
mm,
just send them, right? Well,
mm-hmm,
now what we've done is I've created a legitimate fillable form where I can capture all the data points inside our CRM, which
mm,
again is a massive thing because it allows us to keep up with our customers. But more importantly, to that point is like we can easily distill down how we are teaching our classes so that we are encompassing everybody and we're not excluding anybody, because we do have a wide range of experience within the community, all the way
yeah.
from guys who are ex like Army marksmanship training unit, which I know again AMU probably doesn't mean a lot to you or a lot of people are watching, but in the military community, they're like they win all the marksmanship competitions. Like they are
Mm,
like they that's all they do. They basically join, they get recruited, and they stay in that unit for their entire career. And all they do is it's very similar to our Marine Corps marksmanship team. Um, and so we got a guy, he retired, did 20 years. You know, he was part of that unit. He owns his own like kind of training company.
mm-hmm,
But he comes in to us because we're offering something not a lot of people are offering from a training perspective, but also because the people that we have on, we have, due to our the nature of the people that we've interacted with and met over our careers, we've gained a lot of friendships,
mm-hmm,
and we're similar to what we're doing right here is very similar to what happens during like our Bullets and Bourbon series, as well as our subject matter exchange series, where we have guys on that we've known decades, and we've
mm-hmm,
had multiple of these conversations. But
mm,
now it's just putting it on video and exposing the community to those same people to build those relationships.
mm.